I want to tell you the story about our very first employee. We opened our doors May of 2020, like right when the coronavirus was really bad. It was just Erica and I working the business before we actually even opened, doing all the little projects around the store and whatnot. But while we were remodeling, we had a high school student reach out to us interested in a job. It was actually really refreshing because she actually sent in the resume herself. It wasn't a parent that asked for a job, which is really common these days. Kind of weird, right? I remember having her come in and we did the interview. This whole room was empty and we set up 3 camp chairs right behind me to do the interview. She was obviously really smart. Definitely a go-getter, like a go-getter. I remember telling my wife, this girl is gonna be a boss someday. Actually, sometimes she kept us so on track that she felt like my boss. If you've ever been around Christy, you know. She is strong. In all the best ways, of course. Christy ended up actually staying with us until she graduated high school, which we were very grateful for. She went off to college and then eventually a mission trip for her church, which is where she's at right now. Serving in Brazil. By the way, this soil is from repotme.com. But Christy was always a joy to have around. We always joked because when we were doing our interview with her, she was like, you know, what's the job? And we're like, everything. She started out painting all the benches behind me. Anything we needed to get the shop going, she did. Anything we asked to help keep the shop going, she did. Erica and I always say that we were really lucky to have Christy as our very first employee. She was so easy to work with. She was very well-rounded. She knew how to talk to adults. She knew how to work hard. She wasn't afraid of the heat and the cold. Although her family moved from Washington to Texas right before she started with us. So that first summer, every time she would walk in from watering the plants outside, it was, whew, it's toasty out there. Eventually, I had to give her a 1 toasty comment per day. But I have great memories of working with Christy early on because it was really just up to us to figure everything out. And she always had a great attitude about it, which is really something that you need when you're going through the stress of opening up a new business. Christy started out as a stranger, of course, just an employee, but by the time she graduated, by the time she was done here with us, it really felt like she was more of one of our kids than an employee. And today I was really happy to repot her parents' orchid for them and reminisce on some of the fun memories we remember with our friend Christy. Christy, we are proud of you, and you better come see us when you get home. And look, there's a couple of orchid spikes coming.